Here is who? Leonardo da Vinci. And so there will be quite a few of these that you should be familiar with.
I have a question.
This the second one is Captain Banningcock and his Night Watch, as it's nicknamed, by Rembrandt. Then you have a painting by Andrew Wyeth. This is an egg tempera. Although the answer on there is not egg tempera, you want to put it down as braids. The title of it is Braids. The girl in the painting is Hilga. He did 20 years of painting with her and 468 paintings in 20 years.
What was
Some
the beginning that you said what it was?
it's called Braids, and it's egg tempera by Andrew Wyeth.
And what did you say her name was?
Hilga. And this is a Chinese painting on silk. This is an Impressionist painting by Van Gogh. It's his bedroom. This is the famous monk painting, The Scream, and it's the one that the drawing recently sold for $117 million. Not this painting. So this painting, when it was stolen about 3 years ago, was only worth $59 million. But the sketch of it sold for 117. So this has got to be somewhere now around 140 or $50 million if you could buy this. This is another Rembrandt. This is a self-portrait. This is near the end of his life when only Titus and Titus's wife is living there. He's lost his first two wives. This is the statue of David by Michelangelo, and we've talked about this one several times, and carved out of one block of stone, approximately 18 foot tall, counting the base that it's on. And it's in the Academy Galleria. This is Bernini's Saint Teresa in Ecstasy, and Bernini was the famous sculptor in the Baroque period. He was their answer to Rembrandt, and he has fountains all over Rome. And the Baroque style was a counter-reformation brought about by the Catholic Church. Here you have Walk, or Don't Walk, Walk, by, it's not Hanson, I can't remember his name right off. Sorry, I'll have to come back to that one. And this is Van Gogh's self-portrait, post-impressionist. This is Salvador Dali's The Last Supper, and this right here is Judas. How do we know that's Judas?
It's in gold.
He's the only one with a gold coat. He's the only one that can afford a nice coat. Remember, Matthew was a tax collector, but Judas held the purse for this group of men. And this is Renoir painting. And so this is Impressionist. And this is the painting by Manet called This Is Not a Pipe. Cis n'est pas une pipe. And by Manet. His name is right there. He's one of the two Impressionists, or Surrealists. He and Salvador Dali started Surrealism. This is the first scientific painting by Seurat, afternoon and Sunday afternoon on the Isle of Grand Jate, sometimes referred to as Afternoon in the Park.
By who?
By Seurat.
Seurat.
And this is Jackson Pollock, Blue Poles, and his nickname was what? Jack the Dripper. And this is Picasso's Girl in the Mirror. This is Mary Cassatt's Mother and Child, and this one's at the Huntington Museum, and it was used as a postage stamp for the United States government. And she was a good friend with who? Degas. She and Degas were synonymous. And here is the famous painting by whom? Andy Warhol. And you have all of how many different soups? 32 soups. And the 50th anniversary of that took place just here recently, and you could buy them at Costco, or at Target. This is a Degas painting, and this is a pastel. He was famous for what? Ballerinas and horses, and he also painted some musicians. This is the famous painting Guernica by Picasso, and it dealt with war in Spain. And this is an Impressionist painting. These right here will just be identified the style. And this is Monet. This is Delacroix, Liberty Leading the People. And what style is this? Romantic.
What was
This, Liberty Leading the People.
What style?
Romantic. And this is Peter Paul Rubens, one of the great painters of the Baroque period. And this is a Baroque style painting, and about 15 feet tall. And then this is a Renaissance painting by Raphael. And this is by Van Gogh. It's called Dr. Gachet. And this is the one in '92 that sold for $88.2 million and held the record for about 12 years until the Picasso, The Boy with the Pipe, sold for $105 million. And now we're well over 200 million in prices.
What style? Do you know style?
Renaissance. And this is who? You recognize him from his famous painting? No, this is Raphael. Remember, if you look in the picture in your book of the School of Athens, that's him, except he's turned the other direction. And here you have a Degas painting, Rape of the Sabine. It's one of his earlier paintings that he did. This is a constant theme that's run through history since the ancient Greek period, because the incident happened. It's done at pardon? Degas.
No, rape of the what?
Rape of the Sabine. Sabine. S-A-B-I-N-E. Sabine. And then, of course, this is the famous image of Luncheon in the Park and Manet. And this kicked off what famous art movement? It would bring about Impressionism. And it would get him kicked out of which show? The Paris Salon, the show of shows. And then this is a Gothic style church. And this one is called what? Chartres. And then what is this figure here? It's a Mesopotamian god. And then just a couple of these are just kind of review to see what you've learned. This is Christmas, so we have the three wise men headed to Jerusalem. So this three pyramids, the biggest one being Khufu. All right. So.
Are you going to go back to that one that you couldn't remember?
I can't remember his name right now. We had somebody not show up out there, and I had one of the groundsmen come and talk to me early this morning. Normally I could remember it, but right now I got a brain freeze toward it, so at least by the test I'll tell it to you if I don't come up with it before it's over. Hanson is